Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the next 3 months, quarter 4 of 2022. We're going to just jump in here and look at your general energies for the next 3 months in this first row. I don't read reversals, and some of these are reversed for some reason. Next, we're going to look at anything unexpected or kind of anything going on behind the scenes in this row right here. I like what I see so far, minus this Ten of Swords, obviously, but let's keep going. Next, we are going to look at what is coming to light. Basically, anything you need to pay attention to over these next 3 months. And then at the end, we are going to look at the good stuff that is going to be coming in for you. And I like that. You show up, you have that Earth card, basically Earth energy. So you're in your element these 3 months, which is going to be really nice. Also, we're going to pull 5 main themes for you at the end, and we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards. So you start off here with this higher power card. And I kind of feel like you're taking control of something here, actually. I feel like you're being divinely guided. It's almost as if something is being guided into your life here. But I kind of feel this was, like, always part of the plan. Or, I don't want to be dramatic here, but, that's kind of what I feel. Like, maybe you came here to do something specific, right? Like part of your spiritual plan or whatever you want to call it. And I kind of finally feel, maybe you feel like you're more like a part of the plan. I also have like a weird message that you feel like you're able to more make decisions. And I don't really know how to verbalize like what I feel here, Capricorn, other than maybe you feel like you've always done things that like work for other people, for example, but it doesn't work for you, and you feel like the universe is like pushing you in another direction. And then maybe you do things that don't work for anyone, but they work for you, and then the universe is pushing you in another direction. It's almost like you feel like the universe has been controlling you almost too much, and you haven't been free, even though maybe it was always part of the plan, right? And now I feel like a certain sense of freedom here in this reading is the best way I could describe it. I kind of feel like the universe is almost letting you off the leash a little bit here. Capricorn is the best way I could put it. And I know that sounds messed up, but it's almost as if the universe is saying like, okay, really, you had to learn all these things, which you learned, so now you're being set free. Again, that's the feeling I get here. Kind of weird, but I kind of like it at the same time. You have the Hangman, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. See, the Ten of Swords came up in reverse. Sometimes I see that as a bad thing, because it's almost as if something needs to be let go of, but you're questioning it. And again, I read intuitively, so that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm not going to sugarcoat it here. I feel for some of you, maybe you're holding on to a person or a situation, but there's like something so much better coming in for you, judgment, at the end. It's almost as if you're receiving judgment. And again, if this is a past person, this past person was probably part of your life on the leash, right? They're probably also still on a leash. If that's not the case, this could be a job or a business or something that you're kind of like holding on to, but I almost feel that something needs to be let go of, but I really need more detail. So that's what we're going to get in just a second. You have the Six of Pentacles. I almost feel like if you step back and you look at whatever the situation is for you, that you'll see that it really wasn't giving you much. If this was a person, I feel like this person was very stingy with their time. I feel like I've said this to you about 10 times in the past like 2 weeks. So definitely an energy that you're probably dealing with right now. I'm shooting this video in the middle of September, so on the 17th, and so if you're watching it early, I kind of feel like you're dealing with it now. If you're watching it later, maybe it's something you've already dealt with. But what I would say is, I feel like you're seeing that you deserve more, and you're kind of like demanding it with this Six of Pentacles energy. And again, it doesn't have to just be love. This could be in work or business as well. I feel, again, it's not like you're comparing yourself to other people, but I feel like, I do feel this is legitimate. It's like you're looking at other people maybe in business and you're saying, I'm doing like more work and getting less results, but they're getting more results than I am, and they do nothing. I kind of have this energy where it's like not really comparing, like I said, but almost feeling like there needs to be some fairness. The Hangman is a card of a sacrifice and gaining enlightenment. His head is glowing on this card. He has gained enlightenment, so I feel like you are gaining the answers. I also am getting like outshining energy. It's like, yeah, maybe you're seeing these people who have become very successful, very like too quickly, but that's exactly the problem. Is I feel like what you're comparing yourself is you're comparing yourself to people who, Wheel of Fortune wanting to pop out there, by the way. You're comparing yourself to people who maybe got it too fast, too soon. Too fast, too young, too soon. as they say. And I feel like you're in a much better long-term position, or will be. With the Hangman, there you go. Like I said, definitely enlightenment with the Sun. I feel you're about to be very happy as well, Capricorn. This is a great card, best card in the deck. So a lot of happiness, joy, good things coming in for you with the Hangman. And again, I feel like you've gained the answers. With the Ten of Swords, could be a water sign that you're needing to let go of here. I feel like this person, if this is a person, I feel like they regret it now, but it's like a day late, and it's not even a day late and $1 short. It's like a day late and $1,000 short, right? So I feel this person would have some major making up to do, but I really feel like you're moving on from a person here, because this looks like new love to me. Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands. Much more energy in that direction. I feel like this person is always lazy. Now with the Six of Pentacles, Two of Cups, there you go. Like I said, the other thing is you could be comparing your relationship, and you could be saying like, wait a minute, like they give nothing. Why even bother? And, you know, I feel you could be looking for something that's much more fulfilling. It's kind of funny because you have this this eccentricity card coming up in the Sun row here, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And these two people are meant to look very, very different. So I feel for some of you, and I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your yearly 2022 reading in the first place, you definitely, everybody had the Two of Cups in the 2022 readings, I remember, almost everybody, I should say. And they're meant to look very different on that card. So it could be someone who's different than your usual type, or someone who's like a little eccentric. Next, in the area of, what is this again? Behind the scenes. Anything unexpected, anything going on behind the scenes. You have this disseminating moon card, and it says fruit on it, and it also says commitment on it. So I kind of feel some of you have a commitment that's coming up in like kind of behind the scenes, a person who has their eye on you. I don't really get obsessive energy, but I do get a very, someone who wants to give you a lot of attention type of energy. Again, but it's not like, I think there's a big difference between wanting to pay attention to you and being obsessive, right? So I don't think this person's obsessing. I feel like they could be like a little bit enamored by you here, Capricorn. And again, take how it resonates. You could be, enamored by a person in your life. I would say this is probably someone you work with. Too many Pentacles cards here, not in a bad way, just a lot of Pentacles here. I would say that it's a very creative person, and probably someone eccentric. Like I feel like their weirdness is kind of attracted to you. They're like weird in a good way, just eccentric, right? I feel like they're very creative. I feel like they're kind of like a little bit of a, mad scientist of life, whatever you want to call it. Maybe they have like unique ideas, or maybe they do something unique in life, and that's kind of what I'm feeling here. For others, I feel your commitments in general are bearing fruit. So if you have a commitment to your business, I feel like you're going to see a lot more success. Look, you have the Queen of Pentacles right here. So a lot more success in your commitments. I also feel it's almost like your stress level and anxiety level coming down. Like I feel that on this Queen of Pentacles. And so there could be a much better focus. You can see she's focused on this pentacle. She's not focused on the rabbit right here. On the Queen of Pentacles, that rabbit represents fear, anxiety, all sorts of things. But she's focused on the pentacle. It's like she's focused on what she does have. She's not allowing everything going on around her to affect her decision-making, to affect her work, or anything like that. So I do get this great sense of focus in this row here. You have the Knight of Cups again, someone behind the scenes. I don't think this is like a secret, I don't think it's like this super secret or anything like that, or I don't even think it's anything unexpected. I feel like this person will be making moves towards you. I'm getting October popping into my head. Could also be a Scorpio as well, but, take it how it resonates. Could be any sign. I kind of feel you are, equally as interested in this person. You could see each other as eccentric. That's the other thing I'm getting here, Capricorn, that they could think that you're just as weird as you think they are, right? That was a tongue twister, right? But I feel that, two kind of like eccentric people coming in here. I would say something very unconventional as well, but I feel like it works. It's just so weird that it might work, right, Capricorn? Although I don't think it's weird. I think it's probably pretty normal, is what I would say based off these cards. You have the Two of Swords here. I feel like the second you take the blindfold off and you look behind you, you're going to see something much, much better. Again, I feel like this person's very colorful. Like I said, I feel like they add color to your life. I feel like they add excitement if it's a person. For others, maybe you've just been doing the same job or business for too long. I feel very bored. I feel like she's bored. I feel like she's sick of where she's been. So again, take it how it resonates. I feel for some of you that what you're letting go of here is maybe just a job, a career, something you've been doing for a long time. Even if you're retired, you could be bored and you could just be adding a hobby or doing something more colorful, more eccentric, more exciting, right? I feel like you're adding some of these elements to your life, and it's just making life probably more worth living, right? Which I think is a worthy goal. With the Two of Swords, you have the Two of Pentacles. Work hard, play hard. It's like, I feel you're starting to put work into again, making life worth living, plain and simple. And like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, like, how can I make my life more worth it, right? We're all stuck here for a certain amount of time, so we might as well make the best of it. And I kind of feel like you have that attitude. This isn't like in a weird, morbid way or anything. I feel like that's what you're doing. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Five of Swords, walking away from this past person. I feel like it's like, I almost feel like this is something that is repeated multiple times, where you've walked away from this person or they've walked away from you multiple times. Take it how it resonates. I feel like this is the last time. It's like 3 times. There's 3 guys on this card here, and you could argue that each one of those guys is the same guy, just in different times, right? Like the first time he lost and he's crying. The second time he's kind of walking away, but he's still lost. And the third time he's finally learned, okay, I have to walk away and just cut something out. And I have to take what I can get from a situation, right? And I kind of feel like some of you have gone through something 3 times and you're finally letting it go. With the Knight of Cups, you have the 4 Cups. I think this is the only thing that could ruin something new is thinking that they're exactly like the last person. The other thing that you could have repeated multiple times here is like giving, with that 5 of Swords. Maybe you've given too many times in a relationship, like multiple times, and you've always had the same outcome. And it's like you're starting to wonder, like, is it even possible to have a relationship, or is it even possible to be with a person that doesn't leave me? I almost feel you feel a little bit left out. And again, I'd be careful comparing yourself. Everything that I'm getting in these first 2 rows has a lot to do with like how you compare yourself to other people and other people's experiences. I feel like you have a very unique experience, and that could be what you're starting to realize. Next, in the area of what's coming to light, basically what you need to know and what you need to pay attention to right now, you have this submission card and this eccentricity card. Again, I feel you could be attracting a person who's very eccentric, like just different than your usual type. That submission card is pretty interesting. You can see that there's that bird in the cage, but the cage door is open on that cage. It's like popping into my head that maybe you could be attracting a person who wants a certain type of relationship that would make you feel more stuck. Like I don't really have any good examples, but like a traditional relationship or something. Maybe they believe in gender roles or whatever. I don't know. Take it how it resonates, right? I have no clue what I'm talking about. But what I would say is that I feel like maybe you think you would feel stuck, but I also feel like you would actually enjoy it, and you would also be much more free than you realize with this card. So I feel like you don't have to submit to anything. I kind of feel this is like a revelation that you're having, is that you actually aren't stuck. Same thing in work or business, but I get very questioning energy here in this row, and again, I feel like a lot of this is you realizing that you can design your perfect day, right? I feel like you could be saying like, okay, I've been stuck in these dead-end jobs for a long time, but like, how can I make the best out of it? Or how can I turn my situation around and create something new? I feel because you're asking the questions, maybe to yourself, I feel the universe is really starting to open up and provide here. You have the 2 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 7 of Wands, 2 sevens right next to each other here. 2 sevens to me represent internal fears that don't exist, so definitely time to let go of the fears. The 7 of Wands is a card of conviction, though. It's a card of knowing that you know that something will be successful for you. So I feel like the deeper you believe something, the more successful it will be. So I would make sure that anything you want to accomplish, that you believe it on a very deep level. Next, you have the Knight of Pentacles. It's time to get moving. Time to start putting in work into something. You're the second sign, I think, where I get this feeling of something being too good to be true, but it's not. I feel like you need to, here's the thing. If you're being presented with an opportunity, especially like in work or business, I feel like you could be saying this is too good to be true. And I would definitely trust those feelings, number one, because anytime I've made a mistake, right, it's been too good to be true, of course. But what I would say here is that I feel like this is different. You could be being presented with an opportunity. I feel like what you need to do is judge it based off of your past experiences and all the work that you've done. It's like, here's the thing. If you have an opportunity and it could lead to an overnight success, you might be thinking too good to be true. But here's the thing. If you actually look at all the work that you've been doing over the years, maybe it all adds up to an overnight success. I hope that makes sense, where it's not really overnight. You've been working towards whatever this opportunity is for a very long period of time. But again, I feel like your instinct is to hesitate a little bit. I do feel like you have a little bit of time. I don't think there's a rush here if you're being presented with a work, business, job opportunity or money opportunity. But again, what I would say is that you are at a different level now. And you're also being let off the leash, like I said, which I feel is kind of a big part of this reading. You have the Two of Pentacles. Again, what you put into the situation is what you're going to get out. So if this is a work or business opportunity, I feel like you have everything you need knowledge-wise to make it work. What you put in is what you're going to get out with this card. So, that's what I would do here. For others, I really feel like you're, again, trying to create your perfect day with the Two of Pentacles. Is like work hard, play hard. How can I, have enough time to do the things I want to do, but also make the money I want to make and all that stuff? I feel like you're asking those questions. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Two of Wands. Something is changing. Again, he is standing at the top of a castle, and his village is down here. It's kind of hard to see, but he's got the whole world in his hands. This is a card of leaving a comfort zone. And again, you have that eccentricity card, which I can't say. And I just feel that there's some maybe new opportunities for you, and that could be also why you're hesitating. I kind of feel that eccentricity card is more saying that you have some opportunities to just maybe go places you've never been before, or to kind of leave a comfort zone. And I would do that with the Two of Wands. I feel like you'll be successful. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords. Again, do your research. What I would say is, if you get presented with an opportunity and you're like, this, I don't know how this feels, might be too good to be true. I feel like that Page of Swords is saying, be a detective, right? Page of Swords is the detective in the tarot. He really looks into things that he's curious about. So if something captures your curiosity, I would look into it. And I would also do the math, as in I would look back and say, this makes sense because I've learned X, Y, and Z over the years, and I've been through these experiences. So, of course, it's going to add up to this. I feel like if you I don't know if you're making something logical, but I feel like if you're honest with yourself and you add things up, you're going to see that an opportunity is for you. And like I said, I hope that makes sense. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles about needing to set yourself free. So I feel like you need to do that. I also wouldn't settle with the Seven of Wands and Four of Pentacles. Both energies can kind of be like a settling energy, and I just wouldn't settle here for anything with that energy. What do you know? I didn't even see this. In your last row for the good stuff, it says utilize logic, reason, and common sense. That's exactly what I would do on any situation that seems too good to be true. Again, we have a lot of retrogrades at the end of this year, so I would definitely kind of not rush into anything that seems too good to be true. I would do your research, like I said, but I feel like if you do that, then you'll see that something is a good opportunity. But again, it's a retrograde, so you never know. There could be an opportunity that seems too good to be true that is. So I would just be honest with yourself and do the research, and I feel like you'll be fine. You have the King of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Seven of Pentacles. I kind of feel this is a new chance for you to, wrong camera, to make a change. These people are rising up out of these coffins, but the coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin represents their new life. They have to step out of the coffin to make the change. So they're being called to something, but they have to go through with the change. And again, this whole entire reading is saying that. With the King of Wands, everybody's had the King of Wands, so definitely time to be bold, be assertive, really go for what you want. King of Wands is also like the true entrepreneur. I'd say for those of you in business, looks really good to me. I feel some of you could be making more money or doing things that do make you more money. And you have the Seven of Pentacles. This is also another card of change. Everybody's had these cards. And again, I've said it to other people over the past few weeks that, at the end of this year, right now we have Jupiter kind of heading towards Pisces, back towards Pisces, and then it's going to move forward into Aries at the end of the year in December, and then it's going to be in Aries. It's whenever we have a planet going from, the last sign to the first sign, you can expect some pretty big changes in your life in some area of your life. And so, people have always been asking me, why do all these change cards come up this year? And I would say, well, that's one reason why. And also, we're in a time of great change. So, there's a lot of planets, big planets, that are going to be changing signs over the next, decade or so, and maybe a little bit less. Neptune, number one. And I feel that, just a time of great change. Whenever we have generational planets changing like this, time of great change. With the King of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords. Definitely a victory coming in for you here, especially any opportunities that you are passionate about. With the Judgment card, you have the King of Wands. Basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. I feel there's so much more fulfillment and happiness coming in for you. I just feel this sense of fulfillment for you, where you just feel so much more fulfilled, and you feel this sense of fairness. And again, I feel like the fairness is the fact that things are, you can see something like a plan in work, business, or love, and it kind of goes according to plan. Like I said, you're being let off the leash With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups, wishes, wish fulfillment. Like I said, fulfillment coming in for you. So definitely a lot more fulfillment. We're going to pull 5 main themes for you this month, for this quarter. And that'll be, then we're going to do the 3 questions. You have this grasshopper card that says situations in the balance that require careful handling. So I feel there's actually very lucky situations. Grasshoppers are considered to be very lucky, but I do feel you have to handle something very carefully with this energy. Like, you have to pay attention to it, nurture it so that it kind of like doesn't get away. So that's what I'd be doing there. You have this pig card. It says beware of greed. I do get this energy, like overall, I would say two of Pentacles twice, right? And I'm not saying that you're greedy. I would definitely be careful of greedy people. But what I would also say is that anything you can do to benefit others, I feel would, of course, be extremely beneficial. I'm always saying to you, teamwork makes the dream work, right? You don't have any teamwork cards here for like the first time this year, right? But what I would say is like anything you can do to help others, I feel, will be very beneficial. You have this happiness card. Whenever I get one of these green ones, I always pull another one. So you have this happiness card and this dog far away. It says a distant friend is thinking of you. So for some of you, it could be like friends or family that are bringing in happiness. I do feel for some of you, there could be a long distance type relationship coming in for you. I feel very clearly that this person has no hangups is what I'm getting. I'm getting like some sort of warning kind of popping into my head. Not really a warning, just something where maybe in the past you dated long distance and maybe they had, connections that maybe it's not their fault, right? Maybe they were like divorced and had children so they couldn't like travel or something like that. And I don't know, it's popping into my head. So maybe there were hang-ups or maybe there were other things. Maybe they had a job and you had a job and like neither person could leave. I feel like this is different. There are no hang-ups if this is like a long distance situation. I feel like either at this point you or this person can move freely and, like let off the leash. Like, it's funny that we said that and there's a dog with no leash on it. So there you go. Next, you have this wall card. It says misunderstandings. I'm not going to lie. I do feel like a lot of misunderstandings coming to light in your reading. But I kind of feel this is like one of those things where, Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, all the retrogrades this year, that there just could have been a lot of misunderstandings. And I feel you could just be clearing up those misunderstandings, or you could be seeing like what happened with the misunderstanding. You have this crib card. It says birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Definitely a very good business reading. So again, if you're starting anything new, this could be good for you. I don't really see any children here in the reading itself. So, well, other than the Page of Swords, but what I would say is that, sure, some of you could be getting pregnant, although I don't really feel that's like a major theme in this reading, although it's always possible. So let's do 3 yes or no question cards. Now we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause the reading if you need time to think of your questions. For question number 1, I would say no, 5 of Pentacles. I feel like you need to pay attention to things that make you feel left out in the cold as well, and do not call attention to your weaknesses. For question number 2, yes, 4 wands. Definitely could be marriage. You could be meeting someone, again, eccentric, that you marry, for sure. For question number 3, I would say yes, magician, attracting success. So I feel like you're attracting a lot of success in your life. But this looks very, very good, Capricorn. I would focus on fulfillment as well. He's pointing to the 9 of Cups. The trick with the 9 of Cups is that we have to be in an energy before we can get an energy. So if you want money, for example, you have to experience money before you can have it. And people always say, how is that possible? I'm always like, well, go to a parking lot and pick up all the quarters and the dimes and the pennies that are on the ground. You might say that's ridiculous, but it's abundance and you're creating more abundance. Go just be around money, right? Just go be around people that have money. Go drive around a rich neighborhood or something like that, right? And these are all exercises where we can bathe in abundance and we don't have to actually have it first. Same thing with love. Go be in love. Maybe you love nature. Maybe you love dogs, whatever. Go do it. But really nice. Love it. So thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.